Good day everyone, I'm Quasar and today is a good day to play some video games. Today we're gonna continue our adventure with Call of Cthulhu, so let's go. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse, finally. The place, though thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprise. Signs of recent occupation as well as partially charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. What? He rather like jump into my bandwagon. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Let me out.
No question of leaving now. I must examine the scene of the fire.
No, you don't. And we lost already. Where is Officer Bradley? Where are we going?
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place. Sturdy and well sharpened.
Take it.
Sturdy and well sharpened. Sturdy and well sharpened.
Small wooden whale. A figure of a whale carved from a wood. It's the sort of a toy that sailors made for their children. How lovely.
Someone is using the fireplace. I suppose that this is where old Winchester lives.
Hey, Winchester. Are you there? I wonder if I ever ran out of the fuel for the lighter. I laid me down and sleep. I awakened for the Lord. Sustained me. Psalms 3.5.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
Hilltop house built in 1693 by Reverend John Wakewood. Wait for me, Bradley, I'm just gonna grab the axe. Game saved.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Or a key, like an axe. What? What? Where's the axe?
The axe is gone. I'd better be on my guard.
Bradley, did you pick up the axe? Take the lamp. No comment.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Is the caretaker still around? Evidence here suggests he is.
It's surprising indeed. Let's try to keep our eyes open.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Amen.
Poor kid. Poor kid.
Take the lamp. Did you have your minute? Of course, now game not gonna save second time. I just love checkpoints.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater. What do you think you're doing? So talk, and no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
The sooner I carry out my investigation, the sooner I wrap up the case and return to Boston. After which, you'll never hear of me again.
I like the sound of that, but I have a better idea. You leave right now, and you never come back.
Silas! Pierce! In God's name, what are you doing?
Officer Bradley, this hood was trying to break into the mansion.
Do something, Bradley, or this story will have a nasty ending.
I vouch for him, Silas. He's working with us. We have reason to believe that someone entered the mansion and stole some paintings.
Impossible. I would have seen it.
Better safe than sorry. Now let us in. I promise to keep an eye on this one.
Okay then. I'll leave the key with you. You could have told me that earlier, Sonny.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Friendly, chatty. Let's investigate your place.
This gate is locked.
Locked. Bucket for fuel. I guess we will have to break in at later time. Or we will have to spy on him.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Locked.
Pierce, shall we enter?
And where did he go? You just can't press enter, you need...
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explore the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker, still faithful to his employers. Keep watch on the place armed with his axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get hold of the key to Hawkins' mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here, smashed his plate on the floor.
Didn't like the meal?
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
She was on a diet.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Moldy.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Magic.
They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How? Did someone escape the fire? his lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
What's been crime of a passion? Like, where is the third person? Arson? Maybe the lamp was just thrown at the lover boy or someone. Like, how to choose those answers?
I suspect a crime of passion.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Five minutes at the crime scene, and he already undermined the whole police investigation. Keep the good work.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
History of Medicine, 18th century. This collection of medical knowledge and health practice in the 18th century actually only converts to so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicine from continents considered inferior.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Do the DNA test, but I think it's a little bit too early for that. Main door.
This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
Where Officer Bradley went? What is that exclamation mark? What I need to find here?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
spooky sound at a distance. Picture of a loving family. The human body and a comparative analysis. Precise and very detailed reads on the particularities of the human body compared to the animal world. The simplicity of its writing and the vulgarization of its vocabulary make it accessible to the profane.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
Why all the ladders are broken? What is here that I'm constantly got clue warning? Sneaky. Crowbar. Crowbar found in Hawkins' mansion. It probably belongs to the caretaker, Silas. Or is it?
A crowbar. Could prove useful. This door is blocked from the outside.
I wanted to open the main gate just in case, but of course I can't leave.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla. Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. There's something disturbing about this painting. 20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
If it goes like this, I could open my own library.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear Sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If this disturbance were to recur, believe me that although it would feel like torture, I would be obligated to involve the police. Respectfully, your Anton Weller. And why Officer Bradley is not coming with me? Something gonna happen now.
Locked.
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer, Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
I can't investigate the paintings.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Now I can investigate that.
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
In today's day and age, I would say too much social media. Where are the paintings? This time I found this first time.
The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Simon, private journal. He seemed worried about his mother and her attacks. Tension also seems to be growing between the Hawkins couple. Could be fire be a result of an argument. Saturday. Today with mother we played in the garden, but she's still sad. I hate it when she's sad. She can't there will be like text of it? Is she angry with father? Sunday, father accidentally he started loud and wanted to spank me, but mother did not want him to. He is always angry. Why there are lots of wrong things in his office. I just wanted to look out them. Tuesday, I bought a castle for mother. So he built castle for mother. I told her to come and hide with me. Wednesday, she always painting monster. So mother painting monster. I don't like her monsters. I have bad dreams and they came into my bedroom and look at me. I cry and mother starts at me. And father says that I must take tablets. They are not. I don't want to take. Tuesday, mother is screaming again. She cries at a lot. Father is sad too. And with mother, and I don't know why she blank. Wednesday, mother is sad again. At lunch, me ate in silence. It was strange. Father said fishing for dishes. We always ate the same thing. It looks like rotten fish and it smells very bad. Why does he always want us to eat that? It's not very nice. If we have to eat it again tonight, I will throw my plate on the floor and smash it. Okay. So father was feeding family with strange food. Mother had strange vision.
What will her room reveal about her?
I'm invisible.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Barbiturates. They act as a depressant of the nerve system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that I know something. No from autopsy. Another diary. Sarah Hawkins' sketches looks more like a gallery of horror than anatomical studies. Do they represent what haunts her nights? I thought we found the key.
Perfect.
What? But there is still more clues here? Uh-huh.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
Dr. Thomas Fuller, Riverside Institute, Darkwater, Massachusetts, date 07/21/24. 75 milligrams of ambarbital sodium to be taken every 4 to 6 hours as required. If attacks became too violent, add 25 milligrams of phenobarbital up to 3 times a day. Do not consume alcohol or any other medication during the period of treatment. Dr. Thomas F. Fuller, Take 2, Darkwater General Store.
That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent?
So we're getting to the fun part. Kinky room. Why to bother with a lockpick since we could just use a key?
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left the bury yourself away on the lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones so somber and strange, moving as no other painting have been, are selling at the premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Fate brought us together and forever it will bind us.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
If the creature is not yet anchored in our dimension, an explosion ritual might work. As long as the person performing it makes sure that he integrates the elder sign among the glyph that make up the ceremonial circle. Be careful though, because the works that describe the certain of such circle are not all of proven reliability. Extra taken from the Maulus Bestorium by Abigail G. Of course, of course.
Bradley? Is that you?
I'm not here. Now this is the part when we test if we sit in the dark, the monsters don't have lamp, they don't see us as well. Something tells me we need to move forward and there will be some hammer hitting our head. Or rather, our head will hit the hammer. Bradley, just come with me.
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
Of course, there wouldn't be a horror game if I would go together with Officer Bradley and Winchester. He has a gun, he has an axe, I have a lighter. Of course, we need to split. Who did that? Scratched this painting? Who scratched this wall? And of course, we're following this.
Is anyone there?
Me?
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
How do you know it's a thief? Maybe he's just a squatter. What? I have limited fuel for the lamp? It's not regenerating? And where is my painting? Maybe Sarah is still alive. Maybe that was Sarah. Now we can't jump.
This door is blocked from the outside.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
Where did he go?
They look like Celtic runes.
Do you really think
Charles
that your
must have
fugitive
brought them
came in
back
here?
from one of his foreign trips.
I don't see any way out.
Seems like this came from a log.
Monday, 24th May 1847. 42 north, 70 west, Darkwater Island. We sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we will beat to Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. Sunday, 30th May 1847. 47 north, 55 west. I preferred it when the whales disappeared without trace. With these carcasses, we can no longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating this huge beast? I told Hamilton that it was bad omen. He doesn't care. Tuesday, 1st June 1847. 49 north, 61 west. We dropped anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that the water are red with the blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. I told them that I only feared God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold I am scared. Friday, 4th June 1847. 57 north, 51 west. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to men. It sings out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. It sends out. Wednesday, 23rd June 1847. 23rd north, 53rd west. We caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I never laid eyes upon. It will go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Tuesday, 29th June 1847. Dark water. We have beaten the Orpheus. Returned with empty holds. The Scylla and Hamilton are only memories. What?
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. I'd be better off not touching them for the moment. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
That's why we needed crowbar.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
And who is this gentleman? Yeah, third man. Who is that third man?
I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins.
Oil refilled. But lighter is infinite.
It looks like an old seaway map. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
$33 north, 53 west.
Looks like it worked.
Well done, Pierce.
No booby traps. Chapter 4. Tunnels under the Hawkins Mansion. Inside the Hawkins Mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of Survivor, had undertaken the search the place looking for proof, when a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop and steal a painting. Detective and police officer set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage. Pierce and Bradley entered the tunnel under the mansion. Now we're going into the BDSM secret basement.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
Okay, I think it's good moment to make a break here, and we're gonna continue in the next episode. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time.